What have you guys been doing? Completely covered in mud.
Absolutely
Even
soaked.
splattered up on your face.
I've been running.
Are you gonna move? Macaw, look at you. Your whole face is muddy. Your whole belly. Where have you been to get this much mud on you? Have you guys been rolling in a mud puddle? Huh? Have you been lying down in the mud puddle and rolling in it? Look at you guys. You're hilarious. And what about you, Miss Kaliah? It's hard to tell on you, hi sweetie, because you're black. Oh, you've just got it on your lower legs. How about Zozy? I bet you Zozy was not part of the mud bath. Zozy's like, I'm an Andalusian and I care about what I look like. Yeah, see, there we go. There's Zozy. Not much on you, hey? Not much on you, just her lower legs, her hooves, really. But everybody else, Odie has gone in the most.
No, this one's the most.
Macaw's the most.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys, I think we should go find where you were and what you were doing.
Not all of them, Jeannie.
Does that sound like a plan?
All of them. Look at
Where
them
have you guys been? Where Ian and I are curious now. We want to find out.
They are absolutely.
So we got some little mud. This is not enough to create what we just saw, but
It looks like they've been.
so I doubt they've come down and crossed the creek because it's flowing way too fast. So this looks like a good candidate. There's enough water and it looks like they've been churning it up into mud.
Where? Oh yeah, look. Wouldn't it be a bit poofier than this? Let's keep walking around and find something.
Go into it and see how deep it is. You know, that's deep enough for them to lay down and get
Oh,
some.
they could have. You mean there actually could have been in it?
Yeah, and then pawing it.
It's there because it's like a little pool, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have had to lie down in it to get that much mud on them.
They would have done. That could have been it then.
Because I don't see.
But there's 3 of them.
They take turns. There usually is one near the house, but it didn't look that full today. This looks like the fullest one to me. And that they've stomped around it a lot, so they've probably been making it bigger and getting it muddier. Zozy, are you actually coming through the mud? Oh my goodness. You must want something scratched. Her ear. Oh, I'm actually stuck. Wow. That'd be some sticky mud. This is what makes her walk through mud. She likes this so much. More, other side. She likes me to get right in there, so I'll only do this with gloves. Kaliah's just asked me, why isn't there an extra feed dish? Just like I never put out just 5 pails of hay. I always leave 1 extra for them to do their rotation. Why did I only put out 4 feed dishes, or 5 feed dishes? It's a very good question, Kaliah. When we had 11 horses together, I put out 2 extra feed dishes for exactly that reason. But now I guess I was thinking, well, there's only 5 of you and you're the pretty calm 5, so. But in her mind, and what's really interesting to me is she's not moving Macaw or Zora off of their feed dish yet. Like, she gave them a lot of time to eat and finish their dish before she's gonna go move the one who's gonna give her the least trouble. But see, her point is, okay, I've moved Zora off her feed dish, and now Zora doesn't have anywhere to rotate to because she won't go in between Macaw and Odie. So, you know, the horses are always speaking to us. They're always communicating better ideas for their own standard of living and the energetic space that they get to inhabit with each other. And I think it's really important that we listen, especially around limited resources, like they only get this alfalfa once a day. They only get their feed dishes, you know, once every, usually works out to be once every 2nd day, but could be 4 times a week, sometimes 5 times a week. I just go by feel. But they're limited resources. They're not like their low sugar hay that's available 24/7 in their feeders. So whenever you have a limited resource, it puts extra pressure on the herd and creates extra stress and tension for the energetics of the herd. So, she didn't even see Kaliah come up beside her. Are you trying to make Zoe more aware? Yeah, because if she was a wild horse, that could have been a coyote. She would have been dead, or a wolf. She can't lose awareness of everything around her just because her head's turned looking the other way. This is what the horses taught me. And you can turn on. There's a primal sensing where you develop those literal energetic eyes in the back of your head. So you don't see it. Like, you don't see it with your eyes, but you know something's there. Like, for Zora to not know that Kaliah was coming up on her, that was pretty bad. Like, maybe something's up with Zora today. But you see how Kaliah's on it? And she's like, let me help you. I'm gonna just keep moving you around. Because if you can't be as aware as you need to be, you're putting the whole herd at risk, because we don't need the pack of coyotes coming up out of the back here and getting a hold of you, because you're the one who's not aware and you're the one who's not watching. Yeah, Zozy, she's gonna be on you till you sharpen that up. Another lesson from the herd. So think about how you need to apply this to your own life, where you need to stop being so blind to the things around you, where you need to increase your awareness. Don't get just tunnel vision, like open your awareness wider. You know, that's probably why people are so paranoid about safety and asking for all these rules to ensure their safety, because they're not plugging into their own awareness and owning their responsibility in their own environment. So they're looking for government safety rules and regulations to keep them safe. I mean, we've been on this trajectory for the last 40 years, and it's just getting worse and worse, with everyone thinking, well, if we just had more rules, if we just had more restrictions, if we could just sue people for breach of those safety rules. And it's just leading our whole society into a terrible, cramped, contracted, fearful place. And how about instead we do what Kaliah is teaching Zora here, and that is to own her responsibility, to be on the alert at all times as to what's going on around her body, what could be affecting her, what's coming up on her, and stop just being tunnel visioned into one thing or another. So it's a fantastic lesson, whether you're driving a car or navigating a sticky work colleague situation or family dynamic. Great teaching from the horses today. Don't give anyone responsibility for your safety. And as we already had a massive lesson in another video from Odie, Big Mama there, don't confuse love with safety. Just because you love someone and they love you does not mean you can or should make them responsible for your safety. So I think us humans really suck at that, because the horses keep teaching this lesson over and over. And now it's time for me to come hang out with Cedar here. And Cedar does not want me to sit or lie on the branch where my gloves are, because that's not sturdy enough. Cedar likes me here. See how we've got some branches here that can kind of combine together to support my weight, and that's where Cedar likes me to join in union and share love and share space. And Cedar has so much wisdom to share with us, so this is where I'm headed next. Here's Kaliah. This is Cedar. And right in front you can see the blackberry, the 2 blackberry bushes I've just cut. And I'm starting to pull them out of Cedar's branches, but they are really woven in tight. So I'm gonna get my husband to come and help me. It's gonna take me a while. Whew, okay, so cleared those 2 blackberry, left the one that Cedar told me to leave, and managed to get a whole, I would say the majority of the blackberry that was entwined up here out of Cedar's branches. So we will see what happens in the spring and summer that Cedar wants me to observe. And the reason Cedar told me to cut those 2 but leave the one over there on the far side. Thank you, Cedar. What have you got? What's he got, Macaque? What's he found? Has he found coyote poop? I was also wondering if those blackberries come in really dense, if they'll be really too big of a screen for the coyotes, because the horses eat very close to here. So that could have been part of it.
I was going to kick that one, but I thought I'd leave it. That's definitely coyote.
Yeah.
We're going to go.
That's coyote poop for sure. All right. Let's head her.